Welcome to the Blind Rage Podcast. This is Brandon Ford.
And this is Tony the Tiger, the Thunder from Down Under.
Indeed you are. And this week we are doing the 1987 slasher classic Killer Workout, starring nobody.
Marsha
Carr. Whose spoiler is the killer. And isn't she on the cover?
No, well, the cover that I remember was just women working out.
Oh, well, then you must have a different one. Because I distinctly remember there being a cover that's just like a shot of her that looks like it looks like a fucking, what do you call it? An 8x10, a fucking, you know what I mean?
Okay.
A headshot. You did not help me out at all there.
I thought you'd find it yourself.
So yeah, this is going to be a fun one. But before we get into it, I'm just going to quickly get the usual plugs out of the way. I would like to encourage everyone to check out my books on Amazon.com in both paperback and Kindle editions. By typing in Brandon Ford, you will also find my Amazon author page, which you can follow to receive email notifications whenever I have a new release. If you're into audiobooks, you can also find a number of my titles on audible.com or the Audible app. If you don't already, please don't forget to follow me on Instagram at writer Brandon Ford, on both Twitter and Letterboxd at Brandon Ford. You can also follow Tony on Letterboxd at Tony_the_bear. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, critiques, suggestions, recommendations, feel free to email me directly at blindragepod81@gmail.com. Please don't forget to drop by the Blind Rage Podcast official Facebook page to like and subscribe. And please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the Blind Rage Podcast on your preferred podcasting platform. So there's that. It seems like it's getting longer.
Your list of places to check
my
out,
monologue, yes.
You need to automate it and just play it in the background.
No, that sucks. I'm also hoping that by the time... Yes, that's true. I'm also hoping that by the time this comes out, the Drowning in Oceans of Black hardcover will be available. Fingers crossed. So, what have you been watching since the last time we recorded?
Well, I got in a few Scorsese horrors. I started with Shutter Island, which I haven't seen properly.
No,
and I enjoyed it enough, but my nephew loved it for a long time, and I think he thinks it's better than I did. But that led me on to Cape Fear, which is a movie I love, so that was enjoyable.
A movie that we spoke about several times.
Yes, and I finally got into a show that I've been meaning to watch for a long time called Now Apocalypse. So, and that's been a good little romp, if a bit of promiscuity is your idea of fun. And how about yourself?
Not very much. I did find a movie that I had been wanting to see for a long time, called Naked Obsession. And it's an erotic thriller from, I believe, 91. And it stars William Catt, Maria Ford, Wendy McDonald. And William Catt plays a character who is trying to be a governor or something. He's in politics, and he's trying to go. He's trying to
Up the ladder.
Go up the ladder, and it also has Rick Dean in it, who sadly passed away, but he was
Did he used to do the weekly top 40?
No, that would be Rick Dees. So he goes to the strip club one night and he meets Maria Ford's character, who is a stripper, and they have an encounter, and he discovers that she is into autoerotic asphyxiation. So she wants him to choke her with his tie while they're having sex, which he obliges to, not without hesitation, and she enjoys it very much, and everything's fine until he goes back to her apartment the next day and finds that she is dead and she's been strangled. Mm-hmm. So it looks like somebody is setting him up. It was a movie that I think I really, really would have loved if I'd seen it when I was in my early to mid-teens, when I liked a lot of these movies. It's not that I didn't like it. It was okay.
The concept reminds me of, if you ever saw, I think it's Rising Sun with Wesley Snipes and Sean Connery.
I'm familiar with it, but I haven't seen it. I think that was after.
Yes, there was a woman that gets strangled in asphyxiation and then strangled again later.
Oh. Well, it sounds like Rising Sun ripped off Naked Obsession, because I'm pretty sure Rising Sun came out later. Was that like 96 or something?
Well, it's Michael Crichton, so I don't know whether the book came. We know when the book came out.
Well, it might have been that Naked Obsession ripped off Michael Crichton. I don't know, but yeah, it was okay. But I am a very big fan of Maria Ford, and I did a lot of her movies for B-Movie Bonanza, and that was one that I never got to see because I couldn't find it, and it's not available on DVD. So,
a movie I keep seeing that I'd like to watch again, even though I don't remember what it was like the first time, is Whispers in the Dark. If you ever heard of that movie?
That is either just coming out or just came out on Blu-ray from Shout Factory.
Yeah. Because I always remember the cover. I remember watching it, but I cannot remember what it was about. But I'd just like to watch it again just to reacquaint my memory with it.
Isn't Annabella Sciorra in it or somebody?
And Anthony LaPaglia, is he in it?
I don't think I saw it. I don't think I ever saw it, but it was a cover that I do remember seeing all the time at the video store.
Yes. It was like lips in a spotlight on a face.
Yes, yeah. That's exactly. It was kind of like the Burning Up video, a little bit.
Oh yeah.
See, all roads lead to Madge.
Yes. It's like Mecca, but Madja.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to watch Killer Workout, and I am positive you can find this one on YouTube if you'd like to watch along.
Yes, I watched it on YouTube.
Okay, so there you go. So we're going to begin with a 3 count. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. So what we're watching right now is a rip that I have from a DVD. Well, it's from a DVD-R that was from a VHS, because I have the Blu-ray and the Blu-ray is too big to send the file. But here's the thing about the Blu-ray, which was released by Olive Films. It, I believe, is full screen like this, because they couldn't find the source material. They couldn't find the original negative, and so they basically just up converted the VHS to make it look as good as possible. And I didn't even know that. Well, not that it really matters to me, but I didn't know that. But second thing about that is Olive Films was supplied the source by this very small, I think it's a 2-person operation basically, called Slasher Video, and they do very low budget movies. It's like a boutique. I don't know if they put out DVDs anymore, but I know they have supplied Olive Films with some source material to make Blu-rays in the past. And I had an encounter with them several years ago, and it was not a good one. I was not happy because this is what happened. When I first started B-Movie Bonanza, which was exclusively on YouTube in 2014, and then I stopped for a while, and I went from 2014 to 2015, and then I stopped for a while, and then I had a really, really, really bad breakup in 2016, and I was not in a good headspace, and I just needed constant activity to distract myself. So I was recording episodes all the time, and also I was uploading like obscure movies to my YouTube channel. One of which was a movie that I was sure nobody had heard of or had seen, called Cemetery Sisters. It's terrible. And I didn't know this, but Olive Films was putting it out, I believe, on DVD, or I think it might have been DVD. And they had gotten the source from Slasher Video. So Slasher Video reported my ass to YouTube. And YouTube suspended my account for 6 months. And I looked at what my options were, and it said, either you can, I think the only two things that I had were either to wait the 6 months or try to work things out with the person who reported me. So I apologized begrudgingly to Slasher Video and pleaded with them to please, lift the ban. And the two fuckheads totally flat out ignored me. Read my messages on Facebook and just did not answer. And I sent them like 4. So, yeah, that kind of put the kibosh on my B-Movie Bonanza thing at a time when I really needed something to do, which did not help matters. So, yeah, there's my little story with Olive Films and Slasher Video. So, the moral of the story is Slasher Video can suck it.
Now, before we started, you were telling me you had an interesting story to tell about this movie.
That was it! Were you being facetious right there?
I was. No, that was interesting.
Okay, you're a cunt. And I don't like you anymore. And I'm taking my toys and going home.
Slam the door. Now, I did find that sequence with the burning tanning bed quite uninteresting. Like, it just sort of happens. It's there wasn't much setup to it. I feel that they could have shown more how it was, that something bad was about to happen, or let's say even like a Final Destination style thing where you see something dripping, like just to show that something's about to happen. But no, just suddenly. Well, it
just explodes for no reason, right?
Yeah,
it was just like, now it just malfunctioned. Was that what happened?
Yeah.
And it's the main girl, right, Rhonda?
Yeah, but in saying that, if you read the sorry, in IMDb, the
Yeah, it
plot,
says there's a twin.
yeah, and I'm like, did I miss something?
I know. I thought the
Is it
same
ever
thing.
mentioned?
But I read the Wikipedia page, and it says it's her. It says it's Rhonda.
Yeah,
And plus, Rhonda has the burns because she shows the burn scars to the detective later.
yeah. I mean,
So
it's shown far enough into the movie that they could have been. I feel like because they didn't show the face of the woman that gets burned, it was like they were trying to.
They couldn't because it's Rhonda.
Yeah.
So
but then
yeah,
she sort of shows it halfway through. It wasn't like a big reveal at the end or anything.
no. I mean, as far as the revelation of the killer, it wasn't very dramatic at all.
Yeah.
It was,
I guess they were trying
underwhelming.
to save it by having two killers. Like, they're setting up the guy to be the killer, and then you find out it's her.
I don't.
And I think, looking back at it, I reckon that was why I liked this movie a lot more as a child than I did, because it was sort of the first horror that I watched, or thriller, where the lead victim was the killer. I thought it was such a twist. I was like, oh my gosh.
You mean
compared to every other, it's like Jason or
the character who is represented as the woman in peril or
Yes.
the final girl turned out to be the killer.
Yeah.
Yes, and she's quite flat. as are 95% of the performances in this movie.
Yeah, it's like a series of montages and
Yeah, there's a lot of music, and I will say that while revisiting it last night in preparation for this, I was doing a little toe tapping.
Yeah,
with all the
pumping
80s,
up your Reeboks.
With all the 80s jams.
But in saying that, I think that was the best part of it. if it focused more on being the thriller, I think it could have been a worse movie for it.
Yeah, and they even have a song called Aerobicide.
Oh.
Which they only play a very small piece of. Which is a title you do not like. I can't believe you like Killer Workout over Aerobicide. Killer Workout couldn't possibly be more generic. Aerobicide is at least
but it's
interesting.
a double meaning to it,
Oh, it's so stupid.
You could get like a G-rated instructional called Killer Workout.
Yeah, probably, but
I think my sister had one actually.
Oh, did she? You will have to point it out to me when it happens, but there is a scene where it sounded quite nice. Where one of the characters is lifting weights and he's doing a lot of and I was having.
I think I remember which one you're talking about, and it wasn't that sexually done.
No,
but I'll rewatch it as we're watching. Actually, you reminded me of something. Generally, I'm not aroused by non-sexual things. It requires sexuality to arouse it. But we had the show The Amazing Race in Australia, which you have in America. And there were these two muscleheads that were competing along with everyone else. And they were sort of the villains of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the challenges was to survive it's a Thai foot massage.
Mm-hmm.
And and they're quite painful. But one of the guys... and the cuter of the muscle guys, he was moaning in such pain, and I found myself...
No, that's not sexy. No, that's not sexy. But somebody lifting weights and going, ugh, that's kind of hot. Well, it all depends on how it's done. You just reminded me, I used to have an ex who had quite hairy and disgusting feet. And of course, he wanted me to give him foot massages.
Yeah. I can
And
imagine you like Grace Adler with the guy with the 6 toes.
I first of all, I want to say this though, even though we just passed it. How the fuck did that girl not get fired when she didn't show up on time and Rhonda had to teach her class? And she just gave her basically a slap on the wrist and said, "Don't do it again."
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
But anyway,
Maybe she needs to find a replacement before she can fire her.
or maybe she's just going to kill her, and that's why she didn't fire her.
With the crappiest weapon in cinema history.
Yeah, I don't get that. What the hell? But no, the foot story. He used to make me give him foot massages, and he used to make full on sex noises while I was rubbing his feet, and it was so not. Well, it wasn't sexy when he made those noises when we were having sex, but it was. It was even less sexy because he used to like do the tooth gasp, and I used to just be like, oh. I didn't want to say anything. It was either the tooth gasp or the
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Are you a very stoic lover?
Yeah, I'm self-conscious. I don't make a lot of noise, or it depends.
You remind me of if you ever saw Ruthless People.
I haven't in a while, but yeah.
Well, the police chief has hired a hooker, and he says, "I like a woman that makes a lot of noise." My wife just sits there like a gunny sack.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a dead fuck. It depends on how comfortable I am with the other person. If the other person isn't into it and making noise, then I don't feel comfortable making noise.
See, my noise making is inadvertent.
Yeah, because you're just a
I don't
horny
plan
bitch
to make
who
it, but
gets
it just
wrapped up
comes
in
out,
the
and I
moment.
don't mind that it comes out.
Yeah, of course you don't. No, but I've been with both people who don't make any noise and people who make too much noise, and people. I've been with a one who was just right. Yeah, that was good. I liked it. Just don't say my name. That's not sexy at all.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
But anyway, getting back to Killer Workout. So, how did you see this when you were a kid?
On TV?
Oh.
No, it was at the video store, and just got it on VHS.
Under the Killer Workout title or Aerobicide?
Yeah, it was Killer Workout in Australia.
It's called Aerobicide somewhere. I don't know.
Yes.
The only real extras on the Blu-ray are the trailer and the alternate opening title sequence with the Aerobicide title.
Yeah.
Oh, she's in the sad music. Oh. There's so much fucking setup to everything. And what's not set up is a musical montage, and the dialogue must be like 10 pages.
Yes.
Never mind. Look, Jimmy, I don't even want to know. Why don't you just start closing up so we can go to that dinner, okay?
Now, I noticed that Death Spa got better reviews than this movie, but I've never
Did
seen
it?
Death Spa.
This is better than Death Spa, and that's not saying a lot.
4.2 versus 4.8 or something like that. It wasn't.
Death Spa's really bad.
Okay.
Not that this is good, but and Death Spa also has an alternate title, which is Witch Bitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a bootleg of it a long time ago that had it had Death Spa on the title on the cover, but it also said witch bitch on it. It was like witch bitch at the top, and then in smaller letters, and then below it said AKA Death Spa.
Now, are you saying witch with a W or rich like
Witch.
Rambo?
Witch.
Oh, okay.
Witch bitch. Which is, I think, in the name of a Roald Dahl book.
Oh, okay.
I think it is. I'm not kidding. I remember there used to be a Joan, or there is a Joan Collins movie called The Bitch.
Ah.
Which was kind of provocative for like 1980 or whatever it was when it came out.
Well, I mean, there was even that show recently where they blurred it to be the B in Apartment 23 or whatever it was.
There used to be a show with Marissa Jarrett Winokur. It was called Dance Your Ass Off, and it was like all about losing weight through dance. And some like I think it was the network itself. I think it was on the Oxygen network. Here, I don't know if you have Oxygen, but yeah, they wouldn't call it that. They would like put like an A and an asterisk.
Dance your A off.
Dance your A off or something like that. Now we have more set up.
So this is Lieutenant Morgan?
Yes, Lieutenant Morgan, yes. Oh, I was positive.
I was looking at people's history, and I think he's done a few movies with the director, Deadly Prey and Deadliest Prey.
I think I saw Deadly Prey. I'm not. I know I've seen some of the director's other stuff, but I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, he did a movie. Did you ever see Sledgehammer?
Yes.
Was that from 1983 though?
Yes.
Yeah. Was that any good? That's not based on that's not like the Joan Collins ones, was it?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Joan Crawford. I mean, not Joan Collins.
No. She didn't do a movie called Sledgehammer. She did Straight Jacket.
Oh, I thought she did one called Sledgehammer. I must be wrong.
I don't think so. Well, the only thing I remember about Sledgehammer is that it was really bad. It was shot on video, and there's a huge bodybuilder who has his shirt off for the majority of it.
Oh.
Which in itself, makes it worthwhile.
Should have saved the movie.
Yeah, I have it. We can do it. Just so you can ogle him and I can sit here and listen to a bad movie.
We're like Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder.
Oh, that's terrible. You're terrible, Muriel. That was one of the first movies that was shot on video, Sledgehammer, that is.
Okay.
There was another one called Boarding House, which I think is painful. But it was shot on video and then blown up to 35 to be shown theatrically. I can only imagine what it looked like.
Yeah.
Because
it'd be like watching a movie that was filmed on iPod.
Wow. Who the fuck knows? But if you have a movie shot on video that's blowing up to 35, because 35 is 16 blowing up to 35 is a little so-so. So if you're blowing up videotape, that's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Another musical montage.
I wonder how much of their budget went to Teddy's.
I wonder if there's a fucking soundtrack. I think there actually might be because I saw some of the songs on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh. Here's a bit of weightlifting.
Oh. There's one singer who does, I think, a couple of songs, and she reminded me a lot of Bonnie Tyler. She had that raspy
Yeah.
voice, cracky voice.
But I think Bonnie had a stronger voice. Like she could belt out a few tunes.
Well, I think she did, but she had some kind of surgery on her throat. She had some kind of issue. I don't remember what it was.
Oh.
And I think that's what... She was still able to hit the notes, but her voice just wasn't as good.
Yeah. Like the film clip to Anaconda.
Uh-huh. Does Marcus like this one? You know?
I haven't actually shown it to him. I will show it to my sister because she used to like it.
You
we
were
both
planning on
used to say
showing
that
it, or you did show it to her?
Oh no, she's seen it before, but I'll get her to watch it again.
Why would you do that to your sister?
Because she used to like it.
Does she like these kinds of movies in a ironic
we used
kind
to
of
watch
way?
a bit of 80s slashers. She was the one that introduced me to 80s slasher.
Mm-hmm. And then you introduced them to Marcus.
Well, she also did as well, but he now sort of leads the way, and
Is she Marcus's
he
mother?
tells me about movies to watch. I beg your pardon?
Is she Marcus's mother?
No, his auntie. No, Marcus's mother doesn't really like horror much anymore. She used to watch back when she was young, but probably after she gave birth, she stopped watching anything thrillery.
Look, you want to feel try Hollywood Boulevard. Now get the hell out of here.
She sounded like she forgot part of her line. Because she said, if you want to feel, try Hollywood Boulevard. Because it was like Boulevard was tacked on. Like she didn't know that it was Hollywood Boulevard, not just Hollywood. Somebody hasn't been studying their script. Marsha.
Yes.
Marsha.
All right, let's do it again.
Marsha. I mean, if you spent more time learning your lines than fucking nodding
Crimping your hair.
Exactly. And putting some fucking whatever that mess is in there.
I mean, her makeup, I'm not liking, but they could have at least made it seem like strangely caked on for the fact that she got burnt all over. How can it just avoid the face?
Yeah.
And the back of her hair is all burnt, but like her
Just started today. Who's asking? Someone who's going to give you some real good advice. Is that right?
This is a fight that is here purely just for cinematic purposes, because there's really...
Stay away from her. I'm going to take you apart.
And then you see no effects of the fight later. Like, no one has a bruise.
Sounds like Cobra Kai.
You just made a mistake.
And here we have some wonderful Sega Genesis music.
And we've got some good shorts.
Oh, I know how much you love the shorts, yes.
Yes. Well, you can see Dangle, really.
Oh. That's always a good thing. I heard that. Isn't there like 2 or 3 of these kinds of fight sequences? I know there's at least 2.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you just finish it now? What the fuck?
And there's a chase sequence later.
Yeah, there's a lot of dramatic moments.
Yes.
There's a lot at stake in Killer Workout, aka Aerobicide. The stakes are very, very high.
Much like the ladies, the plot is thin.
Exactly.
Oh, he's got the plug in his hands.
Mm. This wasn't one I saw when I was, like on a steady slasher movie digest, because it wasn't one that I could find.
Yeah.
It was kind of obscure. The mom and pop I used to go to didn't have it, and I think this is the part where the record changes speed, or maybe it's another song. It like goes it's like somebody hit the notch on the record, and it's playing really fast, and then it goes a little slower.
Oh, okay.
I'll try to point it out. But yeah, I wasn't able to find this one until like the mid-aughts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't see it until around 0405-ish. No, that's not the song.
I used to find this one special because it wasn't in the horror section at my local video store. They used to have it in the thriller. So I'd always be surprised. Oh, that's right.
Okay, that's weird. I thought you were going to tell me they had it like with all the workout videos next to Jane Fonda.
That'd be hilarious.
My video store didn't have a thriller section. They just used to throw all the thrillers into drama, the same way that Blockbuster did. Did you have Blockbuster?
Really? We did, but we didn't have that situation. We used to have thriller or suspense, and there was the horror section.
No, our Blockbuster did not have a thriller or suspense section. All thrillers were in drama.
The Blockbusters were competing with the video stores here, so they changed it for the locals. It comes back.
What was the major chain, video store chain?
Well, we had in South Australia we had Movieland, Video Easy. One stage we had Focus Video. They had a few, and Blockbuster. Yeah, I think that was and a few. Oh, and Civic Video, and then a few independent chains.
Did you have many independents?
We did, and then they sort of amalgamated, sort of like how you might have an IGA. There were a few that came together, but they're run individually. I forget what brand that was though, because there was local one that I used to go that was quite large called Atlantic Video, but that was then part of a bigger group. I think I still have the card somewhere.
Oh. I remember when Hollywood Video first started out, like it must have been in the mid to late 90s, give or take, I don't know. But we didn't have one. We didn't have one here. But they did have commercials for it, and in the commercials the employees were dressed like they were on the red carpet.
Yeah,
they had like tuxedo pants on and bow ties, and not like those full vests, but the kind that like wrap around the back of your neck and have that like that strap that goes around the small of your back. That's what they were
Like
wearing.
a halter top.
Yes, like a halter, exactly. It's a tuxedo halter.
Yes.
But yeah, they were like fully decked out, and I don't know if that's what something that they did just for the commercial, or if that's the way the employees dressed at that time. But when we finally did get a Hollywood video, I remember going in there and thinking, like, where the fuck are the bow ties?
Oh, God.
Where's the red carpet dress? But I don't remember ever seeing anybody actually working on the sales floor.
Yeah.
But when the Hollywood video that we had was built, it came out. It was built in like I want to say 2003, and they had all of these horror movies that were obviously bought from a video store, another video store that had gone under, because it was like all movies that were long out of print, and you could tell that that the tapes themselves were old. What used to drive me crazy though when I used to go to Blockbuster is we were talking about this during, I think, junior, and I don't think you knew what I was talking about, which you know is kind of par for the course, but in department stores, if you used to collect a lot of VHS, you would notice that there were certain budget labels that would do reissues of movies on VHS, but they were in the lower quality mode. They weren't in SP mode, and a lot of the time it was clear when it was one of those titles because they had the label on the front, or they had a gold trim around the box, the way that my old Mistress of the Dark VHS used to have. And Blockbuster used to rent those.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you're renting a movie, you're kind of expecting to have the best quality movie experience. And it was like, to me, it was like they were going to the Kmart a few blocks over and picking up VHSs and putting them on the shelf.
Yeah.
I remember the original Children of the Corn was one of those budget movies that they had for rental. And I remember looking at it and thinking, okay, you just went over to Kmart and bought this, and now you're renting it out, and that's bullshit. But you know what's funny, too, is in that documentary that's on Amazon, whatever it's called, about the last Blockbuster.
Oh, yep.
The woman who runs it said that she herself goes over to the Walmart and buys DVDs and Blu-rays for them to rent out.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I guess they don't have a distributor anymore. So they have to go to the store and buy the movies for probably a hell of a lot cheaper than the distributor used to sell them for.
No, I remember there used to be one video shop in the CBD, and I reckon that the videos they had there were for renting out, so you could buy that and rent it out, because they were a lot more expensive. And I thought, and that one made me look into it. But then they started closing down, and I managed to get a heap of videos that were cheaper, so that was good. Oh, bloody safety pin.
I guess they were going for originality.
But there it says, just going back to what just happened there, you see the safety pin and you see her taking off the wig. Like, you see the wig being taken off. And then later you see Rhonda putting on a wig, and so you think, I mean, does that mean she's the killer? It's not. It gives things away.
Oh my god, it's like fucking Melrose Place.
Yeah.
Remember with Marsha Cross when she was in that car accident, which is awful. But
No, the actress or the character?
No, the character.
I don't remember she was in an accident.
Well, she was supposed to have been dead, and
Yeah.
then because she was in a car accident with the guy who played Michael, I can't remember his name.
Michael Mancini. Yeah.
Um,
I remember his girlfriend was in. She got paralyzed or something. Jacqueline Bisset, or something.
Josie.
Josie Bisset. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. No, she was his wife.
Yeah.
But then he was with Marsha Cross, and then they were in a car accident, and she
Write
was
down the name of the movie here.
she was in a car accident, and I think she was gone for either half a season or the majority, or one season or something like that. And then like you saw her, and you was like, oh my god, is she supposed to be a ghost or something? And then she came back, and she had kind of a feud with the gay character.
Yeah.
Can't remember his
Jake?
name. No,
Was that?
that wasn't Jake. Jake was the biker one.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah, they like, I don't remember why, but they were feuding, and she had him fucking beaten up and shit. It was pretty nasty. No, they fucking, like, she had him full on gay bashed. It was bad. And he did some looking up at her medical records and knew that she had had a head injury, and they were having it out in the middle of the hospital in the hallway, and he just reached out and pulled her wig off, and it was the funniest fucking thing I had ever seen. I was convulsing. I was laughing so
snatched.
hard. Oh my god, it was so funny. That, and in Bridesmaids, you're a little cunt. Those were two things I remember making me laugh so fucking hard I almost pissed myself. Like in my adult years. Yeah, Curtis, where are you? This isn't funny.
Yeah, no. Stop playing around. I love it when people check people's pulses after.
Yeah, everybody becomes a doctor all of a sudden.
No, like when they're like brutally murdered. It's like, are you okay?
You mean there's like blood all over the place and their heads crushed and somebody reaches down and feels for the jugular?
It's like Pamela Anderson in Scary Movie 3.
Oh, you inspired me to check out the scene with Brenda at the movies from the original Scary Movie. Because I hadn't seen it in so long. Get out of my face! Out of my face! Out of my face!
Now, is that from He Knows You're Alone?
No! They were doing a riff on Scream 2, which ripped off He Knows You're Alone.
Yes, I know.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't.
I only recently heard you lecturing me about this.
Maybe this is the song that's...
Sped up and down.
Maybe. This sounds like something Stacey Q would sing.
What I've been liking in rewatching this movie is that I feel that some of the music, I'm hearing parts of it have become popular again. elements of the songs.
Yeah, did you hear? Well, this is, how I like to keep things ambiguous, but this is going to date us. But did you hear that Canadian, like, rapper or singer or something? I don't know. Like, completely ripped off Into the Groove. Like,
Oh,
the
really?
instrumentation is almost exactly the same. And didn't even ask.
Yeah.
And it's unmistakable when you hear it.
Yeah.
It
Are you
sounds
talking about
like...
The Weeknd?
No, it's not The Weeknd.
Oh, yeah.
It's somebody I never heard of before. But it just sounds exactly like Into the Groove, only with a more updated synths.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to look it up.
I'll see you later, Brad.
Brad! Dr. Scott!
There's always got to be a Brad.
Oh, God. Ugh.
Oh, speaking of which, I should figure out a way for us to do the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about a musical, though. A musical... Oh.
Oh, and here's the other fight scene.
I know.
I didn't do it.
And it's got all the fucking stupid sound effects again. And then, But we didn't get more of that Sega Genesis music. Fucking
No.
bullshit.
Yeah, that's right, Lieutenant.
Just a coincidence, I suppose you got here in the middle of all this.
Now, is this guy Chuck Dawson?
I suppose.
I don't fucking know.
Well, I know one of them is related to the director.
You don't think it's because you laid this guy out like a pro, do you?
I thought... No, what was that? Morgan? Detective Morgan?
But there's Detective Morgan, and there's Chuck Dawson is played by Ted Pryor.
Well, then, yeah, that must be him. Morgan is the one who tries to kill Rhonda at the end.
Yeah. No, I know who that is, but I wasn't sure if the bodybuilder guy was.
You had to tell me there was a bodybuilder. Jesus Christ.
And this little dream sequence comes out of nowhere.
Isn't that sparkly music? It's like fucking watching Gem and the Holograms.
It's like boo-hoo.
Oh. You always forget the O. It is actually kind of sad.
And then she gets her throat slit.
I know. It's really sad.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that even in his fantasies, she's not into it.
Yeah. Oh no. More.
Well, here he is fighting with himself, which is very symbolic of masturbation.
Mm-hmm.
Not it, boy. That guy gave you a hell of a beating. You've been out for some time.
It all happened so fast.
His combination of creepy but a bit cute as well. Cute in the sense of someone who's dumb as a doorknob.
You talking about him? I'll be right back.
And don't you
No.
Or the other guy?
The meathead.
Yeah, you like dumb.
Yeah.
I don't.
I like a guy that wears a condom but doesn't know how to spell it.
That's not sexy.
8, 7, 6, 5. We used to have a early morning aerobics program called Aerobics Oz Style, and there was always one girl that was messing up. Effie in the background.
Why the hell are you watching that?
Oh, this was back in the 80s, 90s. Look, I keep wondering, why is the gym still open? People are getting murdered.
That is the $1 million
coming.
question right there. That's what everybody says in all of the reviews for this. That's
Like they really picked up.
probably the biggest plot hole in a movie full of plot holes. And there's also like, why are there people working out in the background when bodies are being dragged,
God, no.
taken out by the paramedics? It's like, don't mind this body bag. Just keep on doing your curls or whatever it is you're doing over there.
That makes 2 of us.
Keep stair mastering.
See, I was gonna beg
See, he actually has a letter opener that would have worked as a far better weapon.
No, I don't like a letter opener. They're pointy, but they're not sharp.
I know damn well there's a reason.
Yeah, but safety is in the name of it.
Mm.
Look, what I am is pissed off. And I want
She's trying so hard to act. It's adorable.
doing about this, 'cause I don't see you doing any more than standing around acting like some goddamn TV cop. Half of my customers are being killed off, and the other half are canceling their memberships.
May I?
Why would you even say anything about the ones canceling the memberships? I mean, that's like really insensitive. It's like you don't. I don't think your concern can be split between people who are being murdered and people who are canceling their memberships. That should
losing
be
business
a
everywhere.
non-issue. What?
She's losing business left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Motive I can't quite figure out, but I will.
It's all the fucking dead bodies piling up and people going to Jane Fonda because she used to have a workout center.
Did she? I know about the tapes.
I think so, or maybe it was a joke. I don't know, but I remember it being in Troop Beverly Hills, when the girls were selling cookies. They went. They had a stand outside Jane Fonda's workout,
Yeah.
and like all of the overweight ladies in tight-fitting workout clothes ran to buy some Girl Scout cookies.
I can help Rhonda.
I remember there was this gay porn star in the 90s who was also a personal trainer, as you know, a lot of them are and were. But there was a porn shop. Oh, here it is. But
He's
there
being
was
very angry about it.
Yeah, I like it. There was a porn shop that was like right down the street from the gym where he used to do his personal training. And I don't know if they did it to be cunts or they were just trying to sell videos, but they would put like, posters of him in the window and say, like, we got the latest video. His name was Tom Katt, Katt, and he's now a minister.
Oh, really? Well, that was I was recently reading. I forget who it is, but Billie Eilish was commenting how she got badly affected by watching porn from a young age, and this porn actor put out an article agreeing with her. But he's become some real right wing religious fanatic as well. So,
I think I know who you're talking about. Well, there's a few of them.
yeah. It's weird. The women become quite feminist and the men become religious.
Look, this is still going on. Is this at all sexy?
No, well, I think he looks a bit pathetic.
Aw.
That's why it wasn't sexy for me.
But it seems like he's really thrusting that barbell.
Yeah. But you don't see the weights as well. I think that's what it is that he could just be lifting up the...
He's just lifting
pole.
the pole. Okay. And you're supposed to have somebody spotting you.
Well, if it's heavy.
Oh my god, more build up.
Yes.
There's so much fucking padding in this 85-minute movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Between the fight
It could have been
sequences.
76 minutes.
Yeah, the fight sequences and the workout footage and the music and the aerobics.
And I think there's more workout footage, like, for the credits.
Oh, probably.
And I don't find this woman so... like, she's got a few stalkers. It's like...
Oh, here's another fight sequence. And it's the same music.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's like Peter Griffin and the chicken.
I forgot about that.
Just we need to pad out this episode. God.
I think we talked about this already, but have you seen the movie Repossessed?
I thought you were going to mention how you and your friend used to recreate Jean-Claude Van Damme sequences.
That was true.
But no, I have seen the movie Repossessed, yes.
There were some pretty funny scenes in the gym there when Father May I was
I haven't seen
training.
it for such a long time, but...
Well, I remember he was like doing the Rocky thing with the
God.
with the rubber chicken.
Yeah.
And there's a woman who is using the I have no idea about workout equipment. But those things to build up your arms where you like kind of have your arms bent and you move them in, close them in and then out and then in and then out. And her boobs kept getting pumped up bigger and bigger and then they finally explode.
Yeah.
When you're fucking like 10 years old, that movie is hilarious. It probably wouldn't be as funny now as a 40-year-old man, but I just remember getting chuckles out of the stupidest shit. Like when Linda Blair says she goes to the doctor because she doesn't know what's wrong with her because she doesn't realize she's possessed. And he's asking her if she has thrown up. And he's like, it might be the flu. I had a few cases of it come in this morning. And then behind them, there's a guy walking by with like 3 boxes that have flu printed on them. It's such a stupid joke, but it made me laugh.
Look what the hell's going on here.
You want to tell me about it here, Charlie, or do I put the bracelets on?
Oh, the bracelets. He's going to get accessories.
I know
Yes.
the whole story, and I want to hear it straight.
I'd be like, well, let me see the bracelets first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's all over now.
No, it's not all over now. That's the problem.
Morning after the first photo test. Just wanted to check things out.
And did that include spying on me in the middle of the night?
Oh, no. Spying on Rhonda Johnson.
You're spying.
Rhonda Johnson.
I was actually... something that I thought was not terribly interesting, but I'll say it anyway, is that apparently she made her first convention appearance in March 2020 at Dead by Con in Alberta.
In Canada.
Yeah.
And she was doing appearances for fans of this?
Well, it was a horror convention. I don't know if it was this or if she's been in other stuff.
I don't think she's been in other horror movies.
Well, I wonder how it went for her. Because I could imagine people sort of, for the sake of having an autograph.
Well, let me tell you something. If she's charging any more than $20,
No, never.
That's not all. Earlier this evening,
I remember somebody I knew who would go to conventions brought his Cat's Eye DVD because
that I figured around
not, Drew Barrymore or anybody,
San Francisco. You got me.
noteworthy was going to be there. Candy Clark was going to be there.
Who's
And
Candy Clark?
she played the mother in the last segment with the troll in the wall. But she's also known for something else. I don't remember. She was the mother too in the Buffy movie.
Oh, okay, Pip.
But yeah, he asked her if she would sign his DVD, and she was going to charge him $25. And he was like, let me think about it, and then walked away and never came back.
I'd say, let me go get some money, and then just never come again.
It used to be, and I'm sure I probably made this point before, at these conventions, they wouldn't charge you for autographs if you had your own shit. They would only charge you if you bought something and wanted them to sign it. But
Well, I guess people were bringing too much of their own stuff.
Jamie.
well, it's that, and it's people have made conventions like a full-time job because they're washed-up actors and don't have anything else going on.
Well, that's fine. I'm sure the fans get a kick out of it as well.
Yeah. Oh.
It stays with her body a bit too long.
Isn't that sad music?
Like, boo-hoo, you've been killed.
It's like, boo-hoo, you got stabbed with a safety pin. Oh, wow.
It really is a movie where things just happen and then don't happen. And
Yes, pretty much. It's kind of like a repetition of the first reel over and over, like 3 times. Like the first third happens 3 times.
yeah. Repeated with the workout, killing, investigation, repeat. Yes.
Fight sequence, workout sequence, music sequence, dialogue sequence, rinse, repeat. Because there's really nothing in between.
No.
There's not really a story.
No.
It's just, okay, there's people getting killed at a gym. Who's doing it?
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
And it's not even a case of you don't really invest in the people getting killed.
No, you don't know anything about anybody getting killed.
There's no motive either. It's just, you know.
They're prettier than
the
she
only
is.
thing
That's it.
Sorry?
They're prettier than she is.
Yeah.
There's the aerobicide song.
I can't believe. And I don't know if this is just the movie, but I do wonder if women used to go do 80s aerobics in makeup.
See, that's it. It's only like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What?
Whether women used to do aerobics in makeup.
Oh,
Like
probably.
Whether they're, the ones that would sort of go to show off.
Probably. But that ding that you keep hearing, it's the exact same sound from Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah.
But going to gyms now it's very different. I don't know if it's similar in Australia as it is in the US, but there's a lot of selfie taking going on.
Yes.
And like there are body obsessed guys who go there for like a fucking rigorous workout, get all pumped up, then shower, then change into like khakis and a button down shirt that they keep in their locker and go straight to the club.
Oh, okay. I don't know how. Not that I go to the gym, and I do have one friend who does do some gym selfies, but he I don't think it's out of vanity or anything. I realize that there is the ones who do it like as a form of modeling, whereas this one is just.
Yeah, they take pictures of themselves in the bathroom mirror, like fresh out of the shower. It's like, look at me.
I mean, I take. Now I'm too embarrassed to even say. I do outdoor gym stuff, and I sometimes take photos.
It was.
Oh, you do you?
Well, because I was quite proud of myself, I managed to do sort of levitated pull-ups.
What the hell does that mean?
Well, I got my legs up in stirrups, and then I do pull-ups.
Oh, the gravity.
It's
the
not
gravity
correct,
boots.
No. There's like the two. I can't remember what it's called, but there are two poles next to each other that are horizontal, and then you loop your feet up, and then you do pull-ups.
Oh, like gymnastics.
Yeah.
Until 70% of her body was burned in a tanning spa accident 5 years ago.
Look, that's enough.
Valerie Johnson from the modeling world's newest.
You know, I think she's doing okay for somebody who had 70% of her body burned 5 years ago. I mean, like 5 years ago for 70%, you'd still be getting skin grafts.
Yeah. You'd still be in pain from wearing gloves.
A lot, yeah.
I think it does. I think it eats you up inside to look at all those young, beautiful bodies. Knowing that you have to spend a lifetime hiding yours. Knowing that anyone would get sick if you tried to make love to you.
This guy, let me tell you.
Do my job.
But I love how he has her whole motive and knows that she's the killer, but the movie's not over yet.
Yeah.
We still got, what, like 15 minutes?
Yeah. Well, they get to he takes her in, and then he hears that someone else is a suspect, so he lets her out.
Yeah. But you can't let somebody out who is...
Well, I don't know if it's officially arresting her. It seems very sus.
I don't think whoever wrote this did a lot of research on their police procedurals.
Yes. I mean, there's not even glass between the back seat and the front.
Mm-mm.
It's his own private car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she's sitting in a cum stain as we speak.
Mm-hmm. Oh God! Don't tell me there's going to be another fight sequence.
There's a chase sequence, and he does well considering he had a rake get put through his leg the other day.
Oh no! Not a rake. This music is so dated.
I actually don't mind. I like the beat. It's got a good tempo. The synth's not so much, but
You like this cheesy ass beat?
yeah, I do.
And the guitar string, dun, dun.
Yes.
It's kind of like the same music as the fight sequences, only slightly
Yes.
altered.
Sequai.
Sequai, I like that.
Yes. The fight sequai.
The
This goes on forever, this sequence. Ugh. Where it's trying to find him in amongst the bricks.
And then we still have to get to the sequence where he takes Rhonda to the top of the hill.
Yeah, it seems like so much goes on for such a short movie. It feels so long.
Yes, because that means they're not doing a good job of,
Keeping attention and
keeping
filling the
your
time.
attention and keeping things interesting.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of lulls, a lot of dead air, a lot of, instead of actual dialogue. And this fucking ridiculous tempo. Oh my God. You so want the soundtrack, don't you?
Oh yeah, I want to sample it.
There is... I want it so fucking bad. There is a Freddy's Nightmares vinyl soundtrack that's like... It's like 3... I don't know what they call it. 3 records or something. There's 2. There's one that's like a single, like 2-sided vinyl, and then there's one that's 3.
Yeah.
And they're colored vinyl. And I was checking out a video of somebody unboxing it, and he was like describing it, and it sounds like amazeballs. And it's got music taken from the original masters,
Yeah.
which proves that they exist. Because I know that for a long time there was talk that Freddy's Nightmares wasn't coming out on DVD or Blu-ray because they couldn't find the masters. But there are masters out there, and yeah, it's got.
Are there subs?
Huh?
Sorry,
What?
continue.
The masters are up there. Are you talking about subtitles? I don't know.
No, carry on.
Yes, I will do that. But fucking, now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, there's also like sound. There was also sound clips from the show, in addition to all the music and stuff. And there's like images of Freddy on the. I think there's images of Freddy on the labels or on the vinyl. I don't know. But I know the records are all different colors. And for some reason, they're not red and green. That I don't understand. Why would you not make them red and green?
Yeah.
I think one's blue or something. I don't know. Or no, I think one is like rippled, or like it's like pink rippled, and it's. I think what they were trying to do was make it look like his flesh.
Yeah.
So it's like supposed to look like burnt skin. Yeah, but I don't have a record player.
Yeah.
I think one of the main reasons to get vinyl is so that you could look at the artwork, and I can't fucking see the artwork.
Oh, not necessarily. Some people do like the sound of the scratch, and
No, I don't like that. I don't like
I'm
that.
sure that you'll be able to find copies of it, like if anywhere on YouTube of people playing the vinyl, because people
Well,
love Freddie, you know.
Of course.
There was one, I think it was a Friday the 13th vinyl, but I'll have to look into it more. Is that I reckon the record was sort of hollowed out and they put like a red liquid in it, so as it plays, it spins this red liquid throughout.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. I think it's the same company.
Yeah. I did see like a record for, but it was the recent Halloween from a few years ago.
2018.
But I wasn't going to get that. I have no interest in getting a record with soundtrack music.
You mean like songs or score?
No, I don't
or
mind when
both?
it's songs, but when it's just the instrumentals and stuff.
You don't
I
like the
reckon
score?
That's what it was. Yeah, the score. Yeah.
That's become a thing now. It's like a lot of these boutique companies are putting out vinyl scores for horror movies that never had them before. There was one for Silent Night, Deadly Night that I think was a score and had all the Christmas songs from the movie on it.
Okay. Oh my god.
Why'd you kill Dawson?
Because I love you. I couldn't let them catch you.
I remember in Nobody's Perfect, her character was a total twat. She was so bitchy.
Got to meet someone for lunch, and then you
Well.
show up and pull me away on what you call urgent police business?
This is the one who sounds like Bonnie Tyler.
Yeah.
Maybe when the record slows down, that's on the Blu-ray. Because I didn't hear it when I was watching yesterday. I was watching a review on YouTube yesterday, and they played it, and it must have been a review of the Blu-ray. I hate when people do YouTube reviews for movies, especially horror movies, and they treat it like it's like they're fucking 5 minutes for Caroline's or something, because they have it pre-written. It's a script. They think they're funny, and they're not.
Yeah, yeah. No, I used to watch. I sometimes watch people having their first time reactions, listening to some things, and I used to listen to two in particular. One I still listen to because it's quite fun and cute, whereas the other one has become more professional and it's become more annoying. And like his reaction seems more over the top, and like it's like feigning surprise with how good something is. You know, it's like, oh my god, guys! You know, it's.
Father used to own this. He was gonna settle down here after he
Yeah, that's not good. I don't like that.
That never happened. Some punky pulled over for speeding.
Oh god, now we got to listen to a sad story.
It's going into his backstory.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say? I think would be really super duper fun, but it probably won't happen. But there are a ton of Bollywood ripoff movies of a lot of horror. I think it would be so fun to do a commentary for one, but none of them are they're all in Hindi.
Oh, okay. I
they
don't know if
don't.
I think they're official remakes. I don't think there's so much.
No, I don't think so.
Ah,
There's
I know there
one.
was an Indian remake of Memento, which not that I saw, but I thought that was
Well,
interesting. But
maybe Memento was a remake of a Bollywood movie.
no.
No, but there's one, I can't remember what it was called. It's got a few different titles, and it's got a Hindi title, but it is like beat for beat A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I'll have to look it up.
And there's also a Bollywood Exorcist.
Oh, okay.
And speaking of other countries doing rip-offs of popular American horror movies, there's one on that drive called Don't Panic that is a Mexican rip-off of A Nightmare on Elm Street, but it's less obvious.
Yeah.
Well, it's obvious, but it's less in your face.
Yeah.
This Bollywood movie like totally had the opening sequence with Tina, and there's a dream, a killer in a dream with like I think he's burned, but he's got two gloves with claws, and the main girl's father is a cop who killed the guy who got released on a technicality, and they tweaked the story very, very slightly.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is
Well,
still
if it's
going
Indian,
on.
it would be an acid attack burn. So.
Oh my god, that's awful.
I once watched. I was flying in Malaysia Airlines, and the guy in front of me was watching this Hindi action movie, and the guy in it was really hot, and so I ended up watching it myself. So it was about some like bodybuilder stunt man who I forget the exact storyline, but he kept doing these stunts throughout the whole movie, and
Yeah. Tell me more.
a lot of topless action. And I remember he had a really cute face. So
Oh yes.
I would like to reinvestigate it, and I think he was a
I
twin.
think you should.
I think that
I
was
think
what it
you
was.
should. On
It's got like
the
a fringe like a nest. Oh.
On the Audio Vault website, I've noticed that they have started doing Hindi audio descriptions for movies,
Okay.
for American movies. Sometimes there aren't anywhere as many. There's only a handful that I've come across, but there have also been some French audio descriptions for American movies.
Yeah.
But Hindi, I've noticed, have been becoming more and more prominent. And on
Well,
YouTube,
it's a very big market.
yeah. And on YouTube too, there are a lot of Hindi or descriptions or explanations for movies that I've come across. It's like people tell you the whole movie, like what happens, except it's in Hindi.
Yeah.
Listen to Bonnie Tyler sing her heart out. She sounds amazing.
I didn't expect to see you today. I can't say. I just came by to pick up my extra set of keys.
Just wait until she lapses into total eclipse of the heart for no reason.
Special.
Yes.
So what's going to happen?
Turn around.
And then all of a sudden, she's, oh, you know what should have happened? When during one of the 17 fight sequences, there should have been, I need a hero.
Lord.
That song always reminds me of Who's Harry Crumb, because they play that during
Yeah.
the end at the airport.
I always like it in Shrek 2 because I'm a fan of Jennifer Saunders.
Of course you are.
So it's the end, and we've got some more exercising,
And lots of Bonnie Tyler.
swashing teddies.
Just in case anybody is taking me seriously, this isn't really Bonnie Tyler. So you want to dance a little bit?
Well, this blonde woman that keeps showing, she reminds me of Jessica Lange.
Are you dancing in your chair?
If you could change your name, I would not go for Rhonda. I just find
No,
it such a...
I mean from Valerie,
Yeah.
which is perfectly acceptable.
You'd see it the other way around more.
Yes, that was the exact thought that I had yesterday.
Rhonda's a real witness protection name.
It's not sexy. It's not a pretty girl's name.
No. It's a real butch name.
I think it's the on that makes it so.
I think it's the H after the... Yeah. Good onda. You know that.
A woman on fire.
How ironic. I didn't even put
I
that
know.
together.
Oh my God. I was thinking about that last night. Isn't that awful? That this movie is based around a woman who was horribly burned.
Alive.
And then you have a song called A Woman on Fire. That's terrible.
Now, I did want to actually check a scene again because I wanted to see the guy's license plate.
Why is that?
So I wrote down. Well, I think it was something about one Jim something. And I know it's just something dumb, but... And the guy that gets killed, he gets killed with no real fanfare. He just dies.
Well, they couldn't afford any fanfare. They had, blown all their budget on the music and all of the fucking primping and crimping and headbands for Rhonda.
And that fake burn look.
Oh, I'm sure they did that in 20 minutes with some oatmeal. Are you still watching it, or did you rewind it?
I just rewound it.
Oh.
Well, I noted down exactly where it was. So.
Because it seems like, I can't really see, but it seems like there's just music playing over a black screen.
No, the credits were in black. Oh, so it's 1 Jim 979 was the name of that.
Does that mean anything to you?
No, well, I noticed when I first noticed it, I saw it had Jim, and then I noticed again as we were speaking, and then I thought,
Oh, GYM?
yeah.
I thought the character's name was Jim or something.
No.
And we're not talking about Rhonda's car?
No, it's the red herring killer.
Mm-hmm. I hope my chair's not being too noisy.
It's fine.
I can't believe these credits are still going on.
Well, they needed to stretch out the movie.
Oh, yeah.
The roll beside.
I would be willing to bet that these credits are at least 5 minutes, maybe 6.
Yeah.
Because they're playing this whole fucking song. And this sounds like the extended dance mix, the 12-inch version of... I'm guessing it's called Only You Tonight because that's what you keep saying over and over again.
Yeah.
My
But
one...
I feel that the song came out before the movie, though.
My Only You Tonight, my one desire, that does not rhyme. Night and desire does not rhyme.
Not even slightly.
No. They just probably hired somebody to write the song in 2 hours, and they were like, ugh, Nobody's going to see this movie. Who gives a shit? Just write whatever. But yeah, we finally reached the end of our credits and the end of Killer Workout. And how was it watching it this time around?
Well, I certainly built up a sweat, but that could be because of the temperature. And how did you enjoy it?
I didn't.
I reckon there's enough people who have a place in their heart for this movie.
I can't believe I bought the fucking Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's a bit sad, but...
Well, it might be. It's from a boutique label, so it might be worth something for on the collector's
you're
market
keeping
at some
someone
point.
in business, so that's good.
Well, that wasn't even where I was going. I was trying to say that it might be worth something to a collector at some point, because these things go out of print.
Yes.
But yes.
Well, I remember how you were saying people were asking if you were selling popcorn.
People were asking me if I was selling popcorn.
If you had the DVD.
No, he wasn't asking me to sell it to him. He was asking me to just send it to him.
Yeah, that would definitely happen.
You know what? There used to be this fucking asshole that I used to talk to on Twitter years ago, and he was such a fucking mooch. Like, he literally used to ask for just, like, random shit all the time. And he wouldn't ask. He would say, you should send me. And
Yeah.
when I had so many fucking DVDs at one point. Oh, my God. And this is, like, in addition to the dozens and dozens I donated to the Boys and Girls Club and to the library. But before that, I sold DVD lots of all horror movies. I did a few of those. And I remember posting about the auction on Twitter, and he responded and was like, you should send these to me. And I was like,
I will if you pay.
yeah, I was like, you should bid on them like everybody else. You should send this to me. What the fuck?
Is he like trying to do hypnosis over Twitter?
No, there was something wrong with him. I don't even fucking remember his name, thankfully. But there was something wrong with him.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was Killer Workout. And I feel stronger for persevering.
For having watched it, yes.
For having watched it, yes. Because you know what the saying says. What
doesn't kill you only makes you stronger.
Yes, it's true. And Rhonda and her bad acting was worse than a death sentence.
Yes. She
Actually,
had more passion in her voice.
Now I'm kind of debating whether Death Spa is better than this.
Yeah.
Because Death Spa is not good.
Yeah.
By any stretch of the imagination. I don't know. It's been a while, but I bought the Blu-ray for that too.
Oh. You're just throwing money down a hole.
Well, it's like when you see an obscure movie has an obscure slasher movie at that is out on Blu-ray. It's like, oh well, I gotta have that.
Yeah. No, I understand what. Yeah, I did buy some random 70s horror the other day, and I can't even remember what it was on Blu-ray.
Oh, you don't remember what it was?
No, I shouldn't even have brought it up because now it's going to bother me.
Okay. Well, it's bothering me too. God damn it! All right.
I think it's got the lead villain from Last House on the Left is in it. and it's
Oh,
an
David
Italian
Hess.
production, I reckon, and it's from the guy who did that Cannibal Holocaust. The
Is
house at the
that
end of the lane or something. It's something like
the House on the Edge of the Park?
something like that. Yeah.
That is not a good movie, but if you got the one with the original artwork, that is like, I think one of the best slasher movie artworks of the 80s, one of the best posters.
Okay.
What does yours look like?
I don't have it with me, but I don't believe it is, simply because it is the Blu-ray.
Well, the original VHS, and I don't know if it's on Blu-ray with it, but the original VHS is it's a house that's kind of elevated, and on either side of it are these trees that are kind of cut in a odd horizontal shape, and it's like a dark background, like nighttime, but and around the image is a hood, and there's a hand holding a straight razor. So it looks like the trees are eyes and the house is a mouth. It's
I think
really,
I think
cool.
that is the cover.
Yeah, I really like that cover.
Yeah.
But the movie itself, and the fact that they had David Hess from Last House on the Left to be on House on the Edge of the Park, it's a little too on the nose for me.
It's like Linda Blair in Repossessed.
Well, that was supposed to be a parody.
No, I know.
Sometimes I don't know when you're being facetious because, first of all, you give me too many grandpa jokes. And then when you do give me jokes that are sincere, they're deadpan. So, I don't know how to feel when we do these commentaries. You give me mixed emotions. Okay?
You're like that Jennifer Love Hewitt song.
Yes, How Do I Deal?
Yeah.
I used to have that on CD single.
Oh, nice.
It's a good song.
If you turn the CD around, you can see her biggest fan.
On that note, we're going to wrap this one.
With a nice, tight teddy bow.
Yes, a nice headband from Rhonda's new...
Gonna pump up my Nike Airs.
Yeah, from the Rhonda headband collection.
Yes.
The Rhonda Johnson collection. She's, what I hear? She's like Jessica Simpson now with all the accessories and stuff.
Oh, yeah, she is proactive on her scalp, and now it's smooth as a baby's bottom.
So I want to say thank you to Tony for joining me for this.
Thank you again for having me.
Mess of a film. And I want to say thank you to everybody for listening. And until next time, this is Brandon Ford wishing you all unpleasant dreams.